Trying to think here. Persona is one of them. Because like, if anything, Reload's out. Revival is going to be sent out, I think, in 2026. And I'm like half expecting 2027. And what's the other one? Well, Royal. I didn't know that if I ever were to do Persona 1, I'm more of a stickler. I'm more of a stickler on pronunciations, which sucks. And as someone who hates reading, being a stickler for pronunciations is the worst thing you can do. But like, what else can you say about like that specific thing? It's gonna hurt. I have to sell that. I'm just gonna sell 20. Hit my stock, but I'm still 20. Let's see here. Yeah, like, Persona. Going back on topic, Persona is a game where I want to like be strict with my pronunciations because there's a lot of like different personas, different demons, like different like nationalities in the game. And though I can be very methodical in looking up at what people would say, taking the voice actor's way of saying the name is different to how people would say it if you're from the area that believes in it. The whole like Kasith, the whole Kasith debacle that happened on Twitter when Kasith was a thing, showed how much people do not care about like, or not care much about pronunciation, but more about like preserving history and preserving about like how people would say their names, which I'm all for. Because if the character's derivative of the folklore of before, and you're trying to change the name or change how people say the name, it's not worth it to do that, in my opinion. So, yeah, as I said, I'm just a very harsh stickler for pronunciations and stuff like. I watch a lot of. Well, I used to. I don't watch them anymore because, like, not that the content doesn't intrigue me, but more in the sense that I forgot I was subscribed to him. Is that I watch a lot of Gnarly, and one of the things that tripped me up, but is that how he said Cuchulainn and not Cahulin. Because the Persona 5 Striker is a voice actor for Joker, says that persona as Cahulin. While when I was listening to Gnarly, and I do trust Gnarly, is that he said the persona as Cuchulainn, and I think if anything I should have put like the names or the name of the demon on screen when I said his name. So that's pretty fun to work with. So yeah, it's just like funny. So it's just a heavy stickler on that front. And then stuff like Persona 3 and Persona 4, doing the different versions of games is a giant necessity. Persona 4, if you don't count Reload, has 3 different versions. The original Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3, and then FES, and then P3P, Persona 3 Portable. And all 3 of those are like different. They all have like different takes on story, in my opinion, in generality. Like the story in the original P3 is different from the one in P3 FES, and then the one in P3P. Some little changes, some added characters, and all that. And in P3P's case, a whole different character, a whole different MC to work with as well. And for Persona 4, there's only 2 different versions of Persona 4. Persona 4, the original one, which I generally prefer as a story. This is more like connected and all that. And then there's just Persona 4 Golden, which everyone knows what Persona 4 Golden is. So that's fun. But at least it's like 2. Yeah, at least it's like 2 games instead of 3 or 4 if I were to do Reload. Like Persona 5, in my opinion, has only like 2 games to work with. One, like the original P5 that came out in 2018, and then P5R, which came out during the pandemic. So that's fun to see. And it's much easier to sit down, see the general differences. Everyone has done videos about Persona 5, the difference between Royal and the original, all the other added stuff and all that, which is kind of cool. But yeah, like that's like one thing I would say about that. Persona would be a very long LP for me to do because, well, one, it's trying to do everything in the game, trying to do that and show differences, because when you have a long game and you have another game in the same quote-unquote engine, you'd rather like show all the differences for that game. We'll grab a bottle of water real quick. Come back with water. My throat was getting a bit dry. But yeah, that's just like my general consensus on Persona. And what sucks is that one game I really, like, if down the line I wanted to record, was Metaphor. But Atlas games have an Atlas curse where you don't know if the game you're playing is the definitive version of the game. Because people are saying that there's gonna be a no, I'm gonna take the 105. People are like saying that the whole Persona 5 or like the whole like, Metaphor is gonna get like an updated version in like a year or 2 tops. So that's like very fun to see. So yeah, just get to have fun in that scenario. So your self cards in this board is actually really beneficial, really helpful. Because if you have a suit yourself card, you can skip a single loop. And in general, people are going to be skipping the spade loop because, well, one, there's a lot of people piggybacking off one district. There's a 3-in-1. So that's going to be very, very helpful. But if you don't want to skip the skip one loop, you can also like just skip the heart because it's the most out of the way to just deal with. All right, Lakitu, you're going to be making a lot of mischief now. I mean, if he goes forward, he helps me a lot because I can go past the... Never mind. I really was hoping he can get, like, go forward and just, like, close the shots in front of me so I don't have to deal with them. But hey, what can we do? Free heart! Not like he already has all the fucking suits in the game. What can we say about that? 55. Mario has like no stocks in any of his district. He's just piggybacking off of the district me and Daisy have. So that's very funny on that scenario. If anything else, this whole like circuit's gonna be very easy to deal with. Slurpadrome. I'm taking green. And also, if anything, like this weekend, I was just having the most fun playing Spider-Man, but like the most downtime of all because I wanted to do something in the weekend, but never did it. Who's gonna? God damn it, Mario. Okay. Taking second again. Hey, the more times I get up there, the better I feel because I usually get knocked out early, so I'm very happy that I just took it. Or got second at best. Alright. So where can I go now? 5. Bag. So now I gotta go grab the go to the duo loop and have fun in the fucking 500 shop, dude. Ugh. That's the only problem with that second loop. Because like the double loop has some pretty expensive shops there. So let's see here. 103 is not that bad this early on, so I can afford to go there. But yeah, I think if anything, I might have to put my stocks onto the 3-in-1 I have, and then put it on the 2 that's in the middle, because this is a good area to be putting a bunch of stocks in and like start upgrading. But like, what do I do? Do I do that now, or do I do my 3-in-1? 3-in-1 is very interesting to do now. Yeah, I don't know. Probably might just like bite the bullet and put it on the 2-in-1. The 2 in pink. All right. 2. Can I even upgrade? Like, is it even worth it to upgrade? Better question. 104 to 158. Hell no. I did it! Mazel tov! Like the most worthless upgrade ever. Alright. Not much else. Just wanted to do something like that. Leave. You are just going to my 3-in-1. Thanks, Lakitu. Okay, so now that we're in the I want to say we're in mid-game. I think we're like early mid-game. Mid-game for me at this point would be when everyone goes past like 9,000. Because that's the middle of the road. But not much else to say on that front. This is getting pretty interesting already. Forced to auction your shop. Either Daisy or Diddy's gonna grab it. I'm gonna sit out. Well, everyone's gonna sit out. This is the funny thing about auctions. If no one wants the shop, it gets sold to no one. Like, you still get the money for it, but it goes to no one. No one wanted that shop. It'd be very funny if the AI rolled enough to get that specific thing. But yeah, that's just me. Makes me picking a little lower. Never mind. What else can I do here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, take the 103 because I'm on my way back to the bank. You should, but I got a free 20 out of it, so I'll take it. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? One other game that I've really wanted to like sit down and play. If anything, I think Mysapunk is coming out. Yeah, Mysapunk is a game I wanted to try out. Because if anything, I think my friend Apple put it on the Discord. Because it was like Helldivers, EDF-esque, so like sport shooter. With like this, not the same art style, but like how it looks kinda like Borderlands. And since I can never play Borderlands again until this whole Take-Two thing gets taken away, sucks for that. It was a pretty good like fill-in, and it's really fun. It's really fun, and we had like a blast doing it. Especially on the harder difficulties, we didn't expect to not to survive, but do decently well on the harder difficulties. Can't wait for the rest of the thing to come out. Daisy's upgrading there. You either show me, either do it on the 3 or do it on the pink. Ooh, nice. Roll again. Great roll. Fucking. So glad I'm not doing like a dice average. Not much else. Not much else. My 105 is closed, which is annoying. Bye, Lakitu. I think like only two that. Oh no, there's one more cameo character that we have not seen. We've seen Goodie Bag, which just gives free money. We've seen Lakitu, which makes shops close, but we have not seen the final one, which it's funny because I have the accessory of him. Yeah, I have the accessory of him, so that's pretty funny to work with. Not much else to proc on about. Let me just close my wallet real quick. My wallet's just open. You know, I should probably go on like other topics while I'm trying to think of a strategy here.